Hello and welcome to Caravanning with the Missus. Thanks for tuning in, watching, joining, subscribing, and I hope you're all well. Yes, so this little vlog is about our planning for our trip to France, au français, s'il vous plaît, merci beaucoup. Which reminds me, actually, when a couple of weeks ago, when we were in sunny Cambridge, I was in a pub and I was sat next to a French couple that were speaking obviously fluent French to each other, and I couldn't actually understand a word, which depressed me somewhat because I like to think I know a little bit of French. Quelque chose, je m'appelle Kevin, s'il vous plaît. But obviously I don't know as much as I thought I might do. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because we've got Google translators and all the rest of that on our phones these days. So yes, we're planning, or I have planned our trip to France. We're going in a couple of weeks' time. 2 or 3, is it 3 weeks? 2 weeks? Oh gosh, it's about 2 weeks. Wow. Gosh, time flies. So I thought I'd let you know a bit about the thought process, how we planned it. I did a bit of research into it, looking at other people's vlogs. Who was I looking at last night? Oh yeah, Caravan Escapades. That was great. And their trip that they did, I think last year, using Irish ferries over to Calais. So that was good. As well as I know Mr. Trudgeon's currently doing the same thing, planning his journey over to France, and I watched his vlog that he did about that. I think that was about a month ago. So they're valuable resources, and a few other vlogs and stuff on the internet, so valuable resources. So I've done a bit of research, and basically this is what we've come up with. Okay, so first of all, where are we going? As usual, we picked our route, or the places that we want to go, just by looking on Google Maps. I'm referring to my laptop, which I've got just underneath the camera. So yeah, on Google Maps, as usual, we just had a look in and thought, that looks quite nice. So let's have a look there. And we decided on Saint Malo. Saint Malo in Brittany. Brittany. So yeah, North France, not too far away. It's about, if we drove straight there, it's about 9 hours, 849 kilometers. Or if I can have that in miles, please. 849 kilometers it's working it out, is 527 miles. I don't mind doing a bit of driving in France. I've not really done that before, so a bit of driving in France. I quite look forward to that, actually. But I don't want to, like some people do. I think Caravan Escapades goes all the way down to South France, as well as Caravan Vlogger and others go all the way down to South France. Don't really want to do that because it's a lot of driving. But I'd like to do a little bit of driving anyway, to see a bit of the country. So yeah, and I don't want to spend too long on the ferry either, because I'm quite a light sleeper. So if I'm sleeping on the ferry, I doubt very much if I get any sleep at all. So that's why we decided to go the Dover to Calais route. So it's only about 1.5 hours on the ferry, and then we'll drive down to Saint Malo. So the plan is we're going to leave here, Leicester in the Midlands, and then I'm going to drive all the way down to Calais, and then we're going to pick the no, not Calais, Dover even. We're going to pick up the ferry, the Irish Ferries ferry, which I've booked. We're going to pick that up at about 2:55 in the afternoon. So it's about 1.5 hour journey over there, plus an hour's time difference. So that'll take about 2.5, 3 hours to get over to Calais. And then we've booked a campsite in Calais, or just right near Calais. Right, here we go. Let's see if we can get our pronunciations. So we're staying at Camping D4-4 Lapin. So that's just in or near Calais. It's just next to Calais. So that's our first site. We're going to stay over there one night, Friday the 30th of May. We're staying at Camping D4-4 I've booked that and paid for it, so that's great. video. So we're staying there one night from the 30th to the 31st. And then on the Saturday, on the 31st, we're going to move on to... Now, this is the one where we've got a little bit of a problem. We plan to stop off somewhere around Honfleur, which is halfway between Calais and St. Malo. We plan to stop up. There's a couple of campsites that you can't actually book at. You just rock up, see if they've got space. Those are the ones we'd really like to go to. And there's a couple around there that you can book, but I've tried to book and we can't seem to get through. Or there's others that you can book, but not for less than about 4 nights. So a little bit of a problem around this one. So if there's anybody watching, if you have got any ideas as to any campsites around the Honfleur area, just at the top of the River Seine, then please let us know. So Sadie doesn't seem too worried about just rocking up and seeing if they've got space for us, but I'm a bit concerned about that, probably because I'm British and that's not usually how we do stuff. We like to book in advance. But I'm sure when we get there, she'll probably be quite panicky about it because she's not usually relaxed about this sort of stuff, but hey ho. So perhaps she will be quite chilled. So yeah, hopefully we're going to get a campsite at Honfleur. I've got one Camping du Fer is one that we've been looking at. And there is another, oh sorry, not Camping du Fer, that's the one in Calais. It's the one, yeah, Camping du Fer is in Honfleur. And there's also a couple of others. So yeah, if anybody can help us with that, that'd be great. So we hope to stay there in just for a couple of nights, actually, hopefully, because Honfleur itself looks like quite a nice little town or village. And then we're going to move off on Monday, and then that's where we do the other half of the trip down to St. Malo. We could do the whole trip from Calais to St. Malo in one go, but it seemed a little bit far. I think that's about 300 and something miles in a strange country. So I thought we'd try and break it up a bit. So yeah, we've actually booked the campsite in St. Malo. It's Camping Domaine de la Vie Houchée. And that's about as near to St. Malo as we could go. It's just to the south, just to the south of St. Malo. I think it's about an hour's walk, is it, from there to the middle of St. Malo or to the beach, something like that. An hour's walk, an hour and a half, maybe something like that. So that looks okay. I've got some price details here. I've actually booked it, so we've got a confirmation email through. Standard pitch without electricity for 5 nights from the 2nd of June to the 7th of June is €136. So that's £114 and 7p approximately. And that's without electricity, so that's good. That'll make use of our off-grid facilities. And there's some vegan, veggie restaurants in St. Malo and stuff. So looking forward to just chilling there. And we're chilling there, so that's from the 2nd to the... that's when I booked it. That's from the 2nd of June to the 7th. So that's about 5 nights. So looking forward to that. Stay there for the bulk of the holiday. And then we're coming back. And then on the way back, again, we'd like to camp over somewhere around Honfleur, again, to break up the journey. And then we'll go from Honfleur back to Calais. We'll stay in Calais for a night or 2. Let's have a look. So night of the 7th, night of the 8th. So that'll be 2 nights. And then on Monday the 9th, we've booked the ferry home at 11:10 in the morning. So that's not too bad. And yeah, and we've booked the campsite near Calais at Camping de la Vallée, Les Voies de Cap, Camping de la Vallée. So the same site that we're staying at on the way to St. Malo as well. And then when we get that, then we'll get the ferry back, and then hopefully after getting the ferry back, we plan to maybe have another few days, spend the rest of the week, because that's my birthday week. In fact, my birthday will be on June the 8th, which is a bit unfortunate because we're coming home on June the 8th. But anyway, so that's why I'd quite like to book that week or a few days during that week, stopping off at a campsite or two, maybe in the south of England somewhere before we finally get home. So there we go. As far as the ferry's concerned, we booked it via Ferry Savers for £575. So that's the most expensive part of the trip. It is quite expensive. It's a flexible ticket though we've got, so we can cancel it. We can cancel it or we can change it, amend it as well. It can be refunded and amended. It's an Irish ferry. Didn't want to go by train by the shuttle because that was £713. So another couple of £100 for the shuttle. Although obviously it would have been a bit quicker, but like I say, the ferry's 1.5 hours. That's not too bad. So there we go. That's our trip to France. Our research shows we've got all our documentation, or a load of documentation. I found the Caravan and Motorhome Club site seemed to be quite useful on telling me what we need to do to caravan in France. So we've been looking at them quite a bit. The camping and caravanning club site, Caravan Camping Club, doesn't seem to be very useful as far as travelling in France are concerned. They've got a couple of affiliations with people, big camping people, that have got 1,000 sites or something, but none of those sites are anywhere near where we want to go, and they all seem to be like big sort of children focused type things which we don't want, and they all seem to be quite expensive. So we thought, just as usual, just by looking at Google Maps, we can have a look at a campsite, inquire, and yeah, it seems to be a fairly reasonable way of doing it. So far anyway, so far so good. So I've had to buy a couple of bits for the car. So we've got some UK stickers. Where are they? Obviously I need one for the caravan, back of the caravan, and one for the back of the car. So that's handy. So I need those compulsory, that is. And the other compulsory thing is these Euro lights. I've had to get these. I've got the AA ones because it seems as though they're possibly a bit complicated to put on, and there's the AA ones got videos and stuff on how to do it. Not allowed to drive in England with these apparently, so I've got to wait till we get over there. So I've got those. I've also got they're compulsory. I've got me warning triangle. I won't get it out because it's a bit of a palaver, but I've got me warning triangle in case the car breaks down. Apparently, I think that's compulsory. Not too sure, but anyway, it's definitely recommended. I've also got 2 high-vis jackets, one for Sadie, one for me. I think they're compulsory as well. On the electrical front, just a precaution really, I don't think these are actually necessary because I know in France you can get reverse polarity campsites, but with AC I wouldn't have thought that really matters too much. But hey-ho, just as a precaution anyway. So I've got these. This is reverse polarity, so if we have got reverse polarity on the campsite, then I'll plug this in and that reverses them back from the neutral to the live, to the neutral. And I haven't received it yet, but I've ordered a detector as well, which detects for reverse polarity. So yeah, it's got little lights that light up in particular combinations. So I got those from Amazon anyway. I think that's about all I got. Yeah, that's all that I got for the car and stuff. And the other bits, of course, documentation. We need a load of documents, a ton of documents. So I need to get these right. We've got our GHIC cards, global health insurance cards. I think they're about £25 or something. But anyway, got those. Need to make sure they're valid. The date, the bottom right-hand corner. You can see that. Need to make sure that if I take my face out, perhaps it'll zoom in. So that needs to be valid and in date. You need your passports, obviously. You also need a load of other documents. You need your logbook for the car, your V5 document. I've got my certificate of motor insurance. I need that. I shouldn't really show you these, should I? In case somebody naughty on here wants to clone them or something, clone me. So that's the V5, that's the car insurance. You need travel insurance. Travel insurance, like you do when you go on any holiday. Travel insurance, that's quite cheap. We also, bring the MOT test certificate for the car. Also need your caravan. Oh, I haven't got it in here. Oh yeah, your CRIS document as well to prove that you own the caravan. And I think that's about it, document-wise, that you need, the essential documents. If anybody knows that you need any more, please let me know. But I think that's about it. As far as breakdown insurance is concerned, with the car, we've got Honda Care, I think it's Honda Care or Honda Assistance, something like that. You get it free with Hondas for the first 3 years, and I've got it complimentary with the service plan, and that I've checked, that covers breakdown in France as well. And my car insurance also is valid for France as well. And the caravan insurance is also valid in France. I've checked all that, so they're all valid. So I've done all that, so that's brilliant. So hopefully that's everything covered then. So like I say, if anybody can think I've forgotten anything, please do let me know. So there, I think that about wraps it up then. That's our holiday to France, pretty much sorted. So like I say, if anybody thinks of anything I've forgotten, please let me know. So, and those who haven't, if you are planning on going, good luck, and I hope you enjoy it, and good luck with your planning. So there we go. So thank you very much for watching today's little vlogette. Our next stop will be next weekend at Glastonbury Budget Music Festival. Can't wait for that one in the caravan. But until then, I look forward to seeing you then. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you like, and share if you think it's a useful vlog. Appreciate that. If you do subscribe, do check to make sure you're not already subscribed, because a lot of people unsubscribe not realizing that they're already subscribed. So thank you very much. Hope you found this informative. Laters taters.